Ear training students are often intimidated by the sheer amount of rhythmic possibilities that you can have in music. And when you're doing rhythmic dictation, sometimes they feel like there's nothing they can really latch on to. So one way to combat that is to narrow down the options for the students. And a simple way to start that out is just to have one set meter, and in this case, simple meter, 4/4, and just to think of what possibilities exist in divisions of one beat or one quarter note. So once they've graduated, for instance, past just hearing whole notes, half notes, dotted half notes, and quarters, this type of thing, you can introduce them to this concept of just what divisions exactly exist within a quarter note beat. So here I'm using simple quadruple, 4/4 timing, and I'm using lengths of notes that are one beat or smaller, but only down to the 16th note. And that way I don't have a ton of possibilities. In fact, I only have 8 possible permutations of a beat. So let's go ahead and get started creating the notation file. First thing we need to do is to open up the program and create a blank document. And we're going to do that using Sibelius's Quick Start menu. Once we've opened that up, we're going to go ahead and change all the settings in the Quick Start menu so that we don't have to do them individually once we open up the document. So Sibelius is loaded now, and you notice it says Quick Start here. I have this checked off, Quick Start, when Sibelius starts. If you don't have this checked off, what you can do is you can go up to File and Quick Start, and it'll bring this up. So if you don't see anything, just go to File and Quick Start. Okay, it's going to probably default to New Score here. If not, if it's on Import or Learn or Recent, make sure that this tab is clicked on New Score. Once you're there, click only once, so single click. Click this blank document. If you double click, it's going to open up the score entirely and bypass this whole adding menu here. Okay, so we single click on it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some instruments. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add 2 percussion instruments. The reason why is because I want to have one percussion instrument to play back the rhythms that we're going to be listening to, and I want to have another different sounding instrument on a different staff to play back the sounds of like a metronome or a tempo track so that students can get a sense of the tempo before the example plays back. So I'm going to go over to here to percussion and drums, and I actually want to have a variety of sounds, so I'm going to select drum set and hit add to score. I'm actually going to hit it twice because I want to have 2 of those. Again, one for the examples that play and one just for students to hear some sound that illustrates the tempo. Hit OK. And now it shows what it will look like here. That's just fine. Now I'm going to scroll down and change the time signature. Well, it's already what I want, 4/4, so nothing to change there. Let's go down further. Start with bar length. I don't need a pickup or anything. I'm just going to start directly, so that's not something you need to change. Tempo is so I want it to be kind of slow. I'm going to say metronome mark here, quarter note equals 40. You can choose whatever tempo you want, and you can change it later too, but it's easier just to set it up right here. Time signature, well, it's going to be rhythm with no pitch, so I don't need a time signature. But title, I may want something here. You can always do this later if you want. Okay, so once we're done with that, we hit create. I'm going to go ahead and make this size of the screen. I don't want to see all this stuff about how the song evolves down here, so I'm going to get rid of that. And now we have our basic score to start working with.